welcome. It is Sheba Sunday, our favorite time of the week, the time where we can, synthesize all the messages from the collectives that is coming through, and you hoes are screaming. So, okay, I'm here. Hello, let me share some stuff that I thought of actually 2 weeks ago, but I'm not trying to rush myself. So, you're getting it today. Um, Hello, I'm Sheba. Welcome. I got a fan here, so this is out. I'm keeping myself to 30 minutes. So, whatever you get in that time, you're welcome. And I guess you'll just have to come back next week to learn more. But I think 30 minutes of info is kind of enough. Like, right? Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Um, okay, so today's episode. Know your value. Very important thing. And you're like, what? Why now? I don't know. What's going on? Yeah, I'll link it for you. No worries. Okay, let's maybe refresh what we did last week. It was about your ancestors' dreams are too small and how we have this duty to dream bigger because we've fulfilled our ancestors' dreams and everything is still, if not more, on fire. We're still enslaved. We're still being tricked and confused and scared. And this is not the look anymore, babes. So we obviously fulfilling our ancestors' wildest dreams is not sufficient. But only fulfilling their dreams, only dreaming their dreams are why we shy away from conversations that acknowledge their harms, our ancestors' harms, our elders' harms, their insufficiency, or just their accountability. We had a little comment from my favorite commenter when we were talking about this last week about this is where I try to have grace for my ancestors and our elders, because we stand on their shoulders. And that got me thinking about even the idea of that. What's the point of standing on someone's shoulders? It's to get a better lay of the land. It's to be able to get somewhere you want to go, to look and see what's happening from a better vantage point. So you need to get up higher or something to be able to see what's happening, or you're trying to get into a place you're trying to go, right? But we're instead taught to think of, we stand on their shoulders as a thought terminating cliche. I love talking about those. A thought terminating cliche where it's oh, we stand on our elders' shoulders, so we can't, we got to give them their flowers. We have to listen to them. We got to kind of not imply that they have not done enough or they did stuff wrong. And I'm like, bruh. The point of standing on someone's shoulders is so we can get a better view. But we've instead been taught to stand on their shoulders so that we can bend back down, tell them what we see, and then to stay down as if we can't see more, as if we don't know now, as if we don't have a better lay of the land. So yeah, we're taught to stand on the shoulders of our elders, so we can bend back down and obediently carry out the wishes of whoever's shoulders that we're standing on. And rather than acting on the clearer picture of where of what's going on, or of we're not standing on their shoulders in order to go and do something different. Anyway, I think we're supposed to stand on their shoulders in order to follow our own North Star now that we can see it because we're standing on someone's shoulders. You get it. And so now I feel we are right now, proverbially, cosmically, whatever, standing on our ancestors' shoulders. They're very capable, saddled with a lot of shit shoulders. We're standing there, and I feel I'm oh my gosh, I can see freedom. I can see where we should go, where we want to go. Certainly where I want to go. And I'm hey, Elders, come see for yourself. You know, you guys are still strong. Like, you're holding me on your shoulders. So, like, come up and see for yourself. And I feel like a lot of our elders are like, nope, we're where we've gone far enough, you know. So we're good. We'll just keep here standing, and you stand here, but don't leave our shoulders. Don't leave our shoulders. No, I'm trying to pull you up. Um, you guys are kind of trying to convince yourselves that, like, no, where we want to go, it doesn't really exist. So the best we can hope for is that you stand on our shoulders and don't leave us. And like, no, guys, sorry, babies, love you, but no. Um, yeah, this idea of like, okay, you know, please come up and see for yourself. Like, this, I think you'll agree we can get there, and we've got skills now. Let's do it. And y'all are like, no, we're good. We've gone far enough. And you'll have to meet us where we are down here. Why would I do that? What's the point of standing on your shoulders if I'm not trying to give you, like, lift you up? Anyway, we'll figure it out. Because we've gotten out of stickier jams than this, you guys. We know this. With much shittier tools and circumstances than we have now, we've been able to get through just fine. We will be great, guys. We'll be good. It's going to be better than we think. More than fine. Yeah. Oh, God, I love it. I was trying to just, like, go off my notes, but I said that, actually. More than fine. It's going to turn out better than we think. We just have to dare to do differently. And it's okay if you guys aren't brave enough. I am, so I think it'll work out fine. Okay, so on that, and kind of transitioning into, like, more of what we're talking about today. You know, my mom's dream for me is to, you know, like, I think be a judge, have a job security like that, a powerful, prestigious job, and probably to have human children. I think she probably really wants that. Being a grandmother is very fun. For her. And so I was thinking about it, though, like, my art, my ideas, my creations are my children. They come from me, they are of me, but they are not necessarily me. And it's my job to nurture them and love them and support them, even when the world is trying to be like, no, stupid, useless, you should do something these are my children. Don't speak to them that way. I'm gonna need you to treat them with respect, like any good parent would. And so, yeah, like, I love them. I love my children very much. And if someone isn't treating them well, isn't nurturing them, is ignoring them, if you don't want to, like, see them very often, if you don't want to listen to them, if you think my children should, you know, if anything, be seen but not heard, I'm just not going to spend that much time with you. Sorry. Like any good parent. Like, you're not going to hang out with somebody who's always like, oh my God, your children are back. Can't you just come and, like, not talk about your children for once? I get it. Like, you love them, but, like, not everyone cares about them. So, like, just don't talk about them that much. Like, girl, no. It would never, it doesn't even make sense. So maybe, you know, it might help for a lot of us to start thinking of our ideas, our visions, our art, our creation, our offerings as our children. Yeah. And so, like, if there is a person who is not treating my children well, is treating my children as, like, kind of afterthoughts, as, like, cute little things that I want to do, but, like, are not, you know, really that important. They're like a cute pet project. If you're treating them like that, and I have to spend time with you, the time together we're going to spend is going to be frosty, right? And I was thinking about this concept and this idea and why that is. I realized it is because I am in a relationship with Billy Bunton, and this person treats me so well and demonstrates so much love and, like, consideration for me that my standards for treatment has increased. My standard of care is higher than it used to be. I now know what it is to be truly supported, truly attuned to, truly protected, truly loved. And like I know now that's like an ever increasing kind of thing. As I, expand, um I'm going to receive expanding love in return. And so yeah, like now that I have this higher standard of care, I'm getting a higher quality. I think I'm giving a higher quality of love in response. Um, the entrance fee to be in my life, to have good seats at the show of my life, and to receive the benefit of being in relationship with me has increased. The price has gone up, baby. The price of milk goes up. The price of gas goes up. The price of access to Sheba has gone up, as it should. Who taught us that the price of all of those other things, the things that white men have control over, those can go up and you will willingly pay that? You've told yourself you don't have a choice but to pay that. But when it comes to a black woman, access to a black woman's value, y'all want that for free. That doesn't seem like something we've inherited from our ancestors, regardless of our race in the US. You guys kind of expect me to keep my prices low and attainable for you. Oh my God, I heard our door beads, so I'm like, I hope Billy doesn't come in here and tells me you actually weren't on this whole time. No, I'm perfect. Oh, Anna, I'm at 12 minutes. Oh my God, I'm so clever. I love hacking myself like this. Okay, so yeah, the entrance fee, the cosmic entrance fee to my life, which is love, has increased, and some of y'all just cannot afford it. That's okay. I don't want to be classist either, because like some of y'all actually can afford it, but you're simply unwilling to pay, which I get. Like there's lots of things I can afford to pay for, but I don't think the value is worth paying it, so I don't. And that's how a lot of you guys are treating me, unfortunately. For you, not for me. It's great. It makes it easier, honestly, when there are people who are like, oh no, I got the money, but like I don't want to go to the show. I'm used to getting front row center tickets to this immersive experience, and I would like to continue getting those for free, and I just can't. But it's great. It like there's seats open now, fewer seats, but they're like even better seats too. Yeah, some of you guys can afford it, but you're used to getting it for free, so now you feel entitled to the discounted price and you just refuse to pay anymore. Listen, nah. So yeah, you got to know your value, my loves. You have to know your value. You have to know that you are worth a love that makes you increase your standards. The system relies on you not discovering how powerful you really are. Saying this again. This system relies on you not realizing how powerful you really are. I'll let that marinate. The system relies on you not discovering how powerful you really are and convincing you that your best bet is to use any power you do have to do what some higher authority tells you to do. If it's God or government or your ancestors or your parents or your boss or your community, they'll tell you what they want done and what they will pay for. And you're supposed to, okay, let me do this. Let me sell low, right? Sell low, buy high. I don't know. It's a made up thing, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, I think you're taught to give your power away to the lowest bidder, literally, to the lowest bidder, the person who is giving you a crumb. Give your value away to that person. If they're giving you an empty promise of something, take it. Take it. You're not going to get a better offer. Like, guys, no. The only movement that like we are encouraged to have in our lives is upward mobility rather than a personal evolution or self-actualization. The like once you have like made it into the workforce, your family, you have a career, you have a home, you're a community member. Now you're supposed to like get more homes, right? You're supposed to like go on more vacations, get increasingly nicer homes, find a way to be a landlord, find a way to like get a business that other people will do the labor for and that you can reap the profits off of. That's what we're supposed to do, right? And like, babies, know your value. These are things we would not do if we truly knew our value, if we knew our worth, if we knew what we were worth, truly. These systems discourage you from realizing how powerful you are, including the power to succeed by doing differently than they tell you to do. The system is relying on you not figuring out that there are multiple, like a maybe infinite number of other ways you could get through this thing. And that they probably want you to get through it. They're tricking you into going through it in the most exploitative, extractive way that's going to wear you down and, eke out, profits for someone who isn't you. Yeah. Tricks you. And I wonder if it's kind of like the, what do you call it? Monsters Inc. They think the screams is what, is gonna like, is profitable, is the thing that produces energy. But what if it's laughter, actually? And it's much easier and more sustainable and even more powerful. So yeah, being with Billy, I realized he even put this like concept in my head. I'm a force multiplier, a kingmaker. I realized that with my ex-husband. He was someone who was very compromising and trying to always like figure out a way to get one over on people. And like, I'm someone who helps you feel comfortable kind of doing whatever you want to do. Like I like being human. I am good at like empowering you and encouraging you and embravening you to do that. And so if you're like a compromiser, if you're if you don't have good integrity, if your like motives are bad, if your values are not good, I can't be multiplying that. That's on me. I have to recognize my power. I have to recognize my value as someone who is a kingmaker. So I can't be putting on a mad king. I can't be gassing up a compromiser, someone who's trying to like get one over on everyone. Why would I do that? Unless I did not know my value. And I thought my best bet was to just, hey, whatever, the guy he's not going to be perfect, whatever. So I can just, and you can't get anyone to do anything. Maybe y'all can't, not me. I'm a force multiplier. So I had to be careful of who I pour into. People are moved and inspired by me. So like, if you're not moved and inspired by me, then I'm probably not for you, unfortunately. For you, not for me. But I have to recognize that, like, I recognize with my ex-husband, like, I was pouring all of this, like, love and, affection and intimacy and, space, nurturing, support into this person who saw it as suffocating and oppressing and being mean and trying to, like, harm him and trying to reduce him. Bruh, like, okay. Sounds like you're going through a lot and that I am not the medicine you need. that no matter how valuable, you've got this like oil well in your living room and you still broke, you still not moving? Okay, I guess this must be a diesel car or whatever. I haven't filled up at a gas pump in a while, but I know there's like standard, right? And like another one, and then maybe diesel. And I learned once actually when I first was driving, if you put the like diesel or whatever in another car, or the car that I was driving, your car will not drive. It will not go anywhere. And so like maybe I'm fucking diesel for some of you hoes. And like just what I have to offer is not moving you. And maybe you're like that too. Maybe you are a valuable person who your power, you make every room better. And if you find yourself in rooms, in relationships in which no matter how much access to you, no matter how much they have extracted from you, your creative problem solving, all you give, and they still struggling, baby, it's not you. And technically it's not the other person. It's, you guys are just not supposed to be together. So free yourselves. Find your people who, when you are just you, people feel nurtured. They know exactly what to do. They don't even have to think. Like, you just pour into them. You pop up in their head. Something you said resonates with them. Something you showed them or whatever they remember in a time of need. Those people are for you. But the people who, when they hear your voice, they're like, ugh. They intentionally don't listen. Like, your voice makes them like, ugh, or just when you say something, they're like, well, now I don't want to do it. Well, you're not for them. I'm not for you if you have that response to my medicine. If you're intolerant to my message, my offerings, my children, okay, well, I free you. Find your way. It's not me. And that's tough because like I'm such a fun person to follow. I'm like just figuring it out, kind of. It comes to me naturally and I'm like doing so good. So I feel bad for you guys who are like, who struggle to like hear me, who like are sure, have an inner knowing that like I'm not your teacher. Okay. Oh, see ya. You get the mean teachers class probably. I don't know. You get the teacher who's just trying to keep you stuck in their class, who like doesn't want you to succeed, doesn't want you to graduate. Okay. Oh my God, I'm doing so good. All right, perfect. Almost done though too. What else do I have? Yeah, okay, if you don't want to, okay, yes. If you don't want to be moved or inspired out of your comfort zone, if you don't want to evolve, don't hang around me. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna be so uncomfortable, and I don't want that. I'm a people pleaser. I want you to be I want you to feel good. I want you to feel what you need to feel. I don't know why I did that. It just felt maybe that was collective. Just okay, there you go. You're welcome. Yeah, so if you don't want to evolve, don't hang around me. Stay away from me for your own protection. You're going to be really aggravated and really uncomfortable, and I don't want that for you. So yeah, I might not be for you, you know, not at this point in time. And maybe not forever, but neither one of us should be like spinning our wheels, trying to like forcing ourselves to be in. No, let's just let go. We'll be safe. Let go. And we'll figure it out. Okay, so what I give my offerings. Oh, this is what my friend Sakura said. I give my offerings to others and they flourish, which means that I have to pour that power into myself. Yeah. And for people who, and this made me think of, and for people who aren't flourishing or are stagnated despite happily receiving our offerings, they may not be for you. Or at least it may not be worth it to pour into them in the same ways that they have grown accustomed to being poured into. You don't have to keep pouring into them in the same way that they've grown accustomed to receiving your offerings. Um, yeah. So I had written, yeah, like you've had full access to Billy and you're not flourishing. You've had full access to Sakura and you're not flourishing. You've had full access to Sheba and you're still not flourishing. You're still having the same issues. You're still spinning your wheels, still feeling stuck in the same cycle of just, this is what happens. Still, same self fulfilling prophecy. I guess we're not for you, babes. I'm done. That's all I got for you. I made it. Wow. Record time, I would say. 26 minutes. We got time to kiki for a little. How'd you like it? I think this was really good. I feel like this was a really good episode. I'm so proud of myself. Man, I actually I limited myself to 30 minutes. I got this idea from Ayanda. I had a creative activation session with her, a one-on-one with Ayanda Sud. She's so great. And I was talking about I want to promote my work more, so I want to like edit it and like get it into there's little pieces that I have in my mind where I'm like, oh, that would be so good. It's just a little TikTok or reel or something, a little bit of wisdom. And but sometimes the editing process can feel daunting. So I she gave me she invited me, gave me this offering of like maybe think about while you're in, while you're being speaker Sheba, while you're being podcaster Sheba, think about editor Sheba and what would make it easier for editor Sheba. And I really think having a 30-minute episode will make it easier for me because I'm just so brilliant. I have so much stuff that comes through, but it can feel daunting when editor Sheba is in the room, is in the house. So this is for you, editor Sheba. I love you so freaking much. That's all I got. So we have on Sunday, this coming Sunday, the new moon, we are going to be doing Sundays with Billy and Sheba. You guys are kind of invited into our home by Zoom, in a COVID-friendly way. And yeah, we'll see you. I'm really excited for that. So I'm going to do a little test of a thing to try to see if I can just switch to another one of our shows, another one of our systems or something. So let me get you out of here. If you would, please bring your forehead up to the screen. I love you. And this is all made up. And it's our responsibility to make it up differently. And yeah, you got to know your value, babes. Know your value. That's it. I love you. Okay, I'll see you soon. And we're going to do this switchy thingy, Billy. So, Billy says, great job, my love. So you know it's good. All right. And a minute and a half to spare. I am so proud of myself. Okay. Love you. It's all made up. We have a responsibility to make it up better. And we will. So, great. Know your value, hoes. Start really verbalizing. Get it outside of your body. What's your power? What's your value? What are you worth? Okay. Love you. I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Love you. Bye. See ya. It's all made up. Oh, she did it. It works, I think. All right. I love you. See ya.